With Pluto newly at 0 degrees Aquarius, I thought that this would be an ample time to talk about the Fool card in the tarot. The Fool is 0, the very first card of the major arcana, corresponding very perfectly to Pluto being at 0 degrees Aquarius. Hello, my name is Eliane-Nicole. I'm your astrologer and tarot reader, and in this video, I'm going to share the Fool card from a few of my favorite tarot decks and talk about the significance and meaning of this card and how it corresponds to Pluto being at 0 degrees Aquarius in the astrology that is currently going on. But first, I want to say, if you're watching this video on Instagram, I'm only going to post the first 5 minutes here. The entire video will be available on my YouTube channel, Eliane-Nicole. My YouTube channel is my name, Eliane-Nicole. Please find me there. I will put a link in the profile bio of my Instagram to get there. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Please like, please comment, please share. It helps me in the algorithm. It helps me grow my business and grow my channel, grow my community. It puts me in a position to continue to give these free astrological offerings. If you're watching on Instagram, please make sure that you're following astrology.tarot.Eliane-Nicole. Please like, please comment, please share. Help me in the algorithm, guys. It's free for you and very helpful to me. And now, without further ado, I'm going to get back to the Fool. I feel like a damn fool when I say that opening intro, but I gotta do it. I'm trying to grow my business, and I'm the fool on the fool's journey of being a YouTuber. And anyway, we all play the fool sometimes. And that's why this card is such an important card, because you know, when we're at the beginning of anything in life, we're the fool. You know, if you're a new parent, you're the fool. If you're starting a new job, you're the fool. If you're starting out at a new school, you're the fool. If you're starting learning anything new, you're the fool. Every master of any art or any craft or any sport was the fool when they first began. We all have to start off as the Fool 0, the point of pure potential. And the journey of life is the Fool's journey. But within that journey, you know, we have very many Fool's journeys, you know, anytime we're beginning something new. And right now, as humanity, we have just entered 0 degrees Aquarius, which is the beginning of this new world, this new air era. And that's what I love about how this card so beautifully corresponds to where we're at as a collective right now, because he's on the earth, the Capricorn, earthy Capricornian period that we just left, the 2008 to 2024 Pluto traveling through Capricorn, climbing that mountain. And now we're stepping off into this air, this airy Aquarian era that's just about space and the atmosphere and technology and, you know, all of these kinds of more futuristic types of things. And just like this figure has a knapsack that is, you know, he's traveling lightly, and he's got this stick with the white flower, and it's kind of like the purity of heart that, you know, is helpful if you're beginning something new. And that is my Afro Tarot. The Rider-Waite tarot deck is the most classic of all the tarot decks, and I always tell people this is a great deck to learn on because there are so many symbols on this deck that this deck will always give you a really solid basis of tarot knowledge that you can carry with you through your whole tarot journey, and then you can go to other decks from here and understand them much better once you've learned this deck. But again, You always have to look at how the feet are placed in the tarot. That tells you a lot. And he's got one foot firmly planted on the ground, but this other foot about to step off the cliff. And again, this card reminds me so much of where we are at in the astrology right now, because even these snowy mountains in the back, that's like the Aquarian winter. But the earth is the Capricorn that we're leaving, and he's about to step off into this, you know, the yellow sky behind him. It's a joyful color. It's a happy color. So there's an innocence about this card. There's a naivety. He doesn't know where he's going. Again, the white flower in the hand that represents the purity of heart. His heart chakra is open, you know, towards the sky. He's also traveling lightly. 0, the point of all possibilities, the point of pure potential. The sun is shining down on him. He's connected to source energy. And he's got this dog frolicking behind him, which I don't know. The dog is barking in the background behind me, like perfect timing. But it's like, is the dog barking and warning him not to step off of this cliff? We don't know what's under the cliff. And, but, you know, we have to have a certain kind of innocence and optimism when we're starting something new, because we do have no idea where it's going to go, you know? And I don't know, the Fool's Journey. Yeah, we all play the fool sometimes. In my Thoth deck, he's got both feet up in the air, so he's already jumped off the cliff and is like kind of in the free falling state, which can be this feeling of, you know, excitement or fear, you know, when we're beginning something new and we're just stepping into the unknown. His heart chakra has an umbilical cord coming out of it, spiraling out, going to this dove, the Holy Spirit. There's this connection to source energy. Again, his bag has all the astrological symbols on these coins, which represents the archetypes of the earthly realm that we're moving through. And you know, there's so much symbolism in the Thoth Tarot. I could go on and on about this card. I mean, it's really my favorite deck, probably, which is hard to say because all my decks are like my babies, and so I don't want to pick a favorite. But the Thoth is so rich in symbolism as well, but much more abstract than the Rider-Waite. But you know, he's got the lion biting on his leg. It's like the fears that try to hold us back from starting something new. He's wide-eyed and just with excitement, perhaps, or maybe fear of the unknown. His body is green, which represents, you know, the fertility, the creativity. There's still the yellow sky in this one too, which represents the joy and the optimism of new beginnings. And there is a sun on his genitals, which is the creative, life-giving force, creative self-expression. Yeah, these are the symbols of the Thoth deck. And it's, you know, the Fool card just represents where we are stepping into this new Aquarian era of AI and robots and extraterrestrials and, you know, all of the developments of this new way of living on the planet. And so I thought it was a good time to talk about this deck. This is my Wandering Star Tarot. She's got the universe and the stars behind her, symbolizing that everything is in divine order, you know, and we have to trust and have faith as we start on this new journey. And yeah, 0, the point of pure potential, the point of pure possibilities. And I want to say that, you know, when I'm doing a full tarot reading, you have to take the Fool into consideration with all the other cards that are around, because sometimes it's great to look before we leap, and sometimes it's foolish to, you know, step off a cliff. And obviously, so it's like you always have to see what's after the Fool to know if it's a good idea or not when it's coming up in a question. But just in general terms, I love the way that this card relates to where we are at this point in history, astrologically. And right now, Pluto will be at 0 degrees Aquarius, November 19th to December 30th, and then it will move to 1 degree Aquarius. And even though it retrogrades, I think it retrogrades at 3, it's not going to come back to 0 again. So this November 19th to December 30th period really is the point 0. It's the point of all possibilities, pure potential. And as I record this video, the sun has just stepped into 0 degrees Sagittarius. So this is such a visionary time. This is such a good time to work on our vision for the new world, to try and create that vision from 0. You know, visualize what it is we want, because anything goes right now. We are at such a very special time in history, and a lot of people are scared because of all of the changes, but there's a lot of beauty and excitement and all of this like raw kind of plasma material to work with, to just create. Anything goes right now, you know, it's all up for grabs. So this is why I wanted to stop in and talk a little bit about the Fool and the tarot. And if you would like to have a tarot reading with me, I will put a link in the description to book a reading with me. We can do astrology or tarot or both. And I read on Zoom, so I can read for people anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. The holiday season is coming up. I have gift certificates for readings if you would like to get someone the gift of a reading. And thank you for joining me.